Creatine supplements have gained significant attention lately, but experts caution against the allure of gummies and questionable marketing tactics. If you possess a body, you can reap the benefits of creatine, and if you're not using it, you're missing out on something valuable, are just a couple of the bold assertions circulating on social media regarding creatine. As Taryn Richardson, a sports dietitian based in Brisbane, aptly puts it, creatine is truly having its moment in the spotlight. The excitement surrounding creatine supplementation has reached unprecedented levels, with a plethora of products available, ranging from cola-flavored gummies to vibrant, icy blue raz powders designed to be mixed into beverages. Creatine is a naturally occurring compound in our bodies, primarily found in muscle tissue and the brain, and it plays a crucial role in providing energy for muscle contractions. While our bodies produce approximately half of the creatine we require daily, around 2 to 4 grams, the remainder must be obtained through dietary sources or supplements. Extensive research has established creatine as one of the most thoroughly studied supplements, demonstrating its effectiveness in promoting muscle growth and enhancing athletic performance. Recent studies even suggest potential cognitive benefits, indicating that creatine might support brain health. However, experts are urging consumers to conduct thorough research before making a purchase. There's a prevailing narrative suggesting that everyone should be taking creatine supplements regardless of their individual circumstances, and I strongly disagree with that perspective, Ms. Richardson stated. Some brands are marketing premium creatine products that lack sufficient scientific validation, yet consumers are often paying a premium price for them. Matthew Cook, a nutritionist at La Trobe University with extensive experience in creatine research, warns, keep in mind that these supplement companies have highly skilled marketing teams. Additionally, there's a trend of femvertising, the practice of marketing products specifically to women, featuring attractive pink packaging, collagen additives, and female-focused branding. One U.S. company even branded itself as Creatine. Now let's talk about the gummies. Are they just expensive candies? Creatine gummies are marketed as a tasty and convenient option, but independent testing has consistently revealed that many contain negligible amounts of creatine. A well-known Australian brand, Push, was compelled to cease sales after tests indicated their gummies were significantly underdosed. James Smith, a personal trainer from Sydney, was skeptical about the claims made by gummy manufacturers and decided to send 9 different brands for independent testing at Eurofins. The results were made public, revealing that only one brand, WellBoost Strawberry Banana Gummies, contained the promised 5 grams of creatine. In stark contrast, Push's strawberry-flavored gummies tested at a mere 0.102 grams per serving, while the apple flavor fared slightly better at 0.112 grams. Notably, Push was charging $59.95 for a 30-day supply. Tina Hill, an anesthetic technician, had been consuming Push gummies for 4 months before discovering they were essentially expensive candies. I felt like I was just throwing my money away, she lamented. Miss Hill had initially learned about creatine online and was eager to enhance her strength training while exploring its potential cognitive benefits. I saw numerous well-known fitness influencers, many with competitive backgrounds, promoting Push gummies on social media, which made it seem trustworthy. She explained, "But in reality, you're just taking the company's word for it, aren't you?" I find their handling of this situation quite shocking. In response, Push acknowledged its responsibility for the underdosing issue and is currently pursuing legal action against its former manufacturer, which is based in China, for allegedly altering the product formula without their consent. We are now working with a new manufacturer based in Australia to enhance quality control and prevent similar issues in the future, Push stated. Going forward, every batch of Push gummies will undergo independent testing by Eurofins US. Despite these assurances, experts recommend that consumers steer clear of all creatine gummy brands for the time being. While I believe these companies have good intentions, the production process, especially the heating involved in making gummies, likely diminishes the creatine content, Professor Cook explained. Ms. Richardson concurred, advising her clients to opt for powders instead, as they are generally more cost-effective. After switching to a powdered supplement, Ms. Hill reported feeling the positive effects of creatine. A few weeks in, I've noticed a significant improvement in my fitness levels and overall well-being. So how much creatine should we be aiming for? Women typically have lower creatine levels due to a combination of dietary intake and lower muscle mass compared to men, resulting in reduced creatine storage. Research indicates that vegetarians and vegans also tend to have lower baseline levels of creatine. Many of us might not be getting enough creatine from our diets, especially as we shift towards more plant-based eating habits or reduce our meat consumption, Professor Cook noted. Evidence suggests that creatine supplementation can elevate the total creatine levels in muscles by approximately 20 to 40%. Some individuals may choose to start with a loading phase of 20 grams per day for a week, followed by a maintenance dose of 5 grams daily. However, Professor Cook emphasizes that loading is not essential. Starting with 5 grams daily will yield similar results, albeit over a longer period. For most individuals, creatine supplementation can enhance power and strength during explosive physical activities, improve recovery from exercise-induced muscle damage, and combat sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, when combined with resistance training. Recently, researchers have begun to explore the potential advantages of creatine for women, particularly during hormonal fluctuations. During menopause, the significant decline in estrogen and progesterone levels may adversely affect creatine metabolism, making supplementation potentially beneficial during this phase, according to Professor Cook. Studies have indicated that creatine supplementation can enhance physical function in postmenopausal women when paired with resistance training. And experts are now investigating its potential role in supporting bone health during perimenopause, a time when bone density begins to decline. While it's still early in the research, there are indications that supplementation may also benefit premenopausal women during their menstrual cycles. When creatine metabolism and fatigue levels fluctuate, some brands are shamelessly attempting to tap into the female market with slogans like "Craft Your Perfect Peach" or marketing creatine for women, even though it's essentially the same as the gender-neutral creatine available. Professor Cook pointed out that some brands may be capitalizing on the recent research focusing on women. I'm aware that some marketing strategies will exploit this trend, but it's encouraging to see more research being conducted within the female population. What about the relationship between creatine and brain function? While creatine is primarily stored in muscles, a small quantity is also present in the brain, and there's emerging evidence suggesting it may positively influence mood and cognitive function, particularly in individuals who are sleep-deprived. It may even aid in recovery from traumatic brain injuries. Although more high-quality research is necessary, some studies indicate it could potentially benefit individuals with Alzheimer's disease. Jose Antonio, a professor of health and human performance at Nova Southeastern University in Florida, expressed enthusiasm for the neuroscience research surrounding creatine. Even if someone isn't interested in the muscular strength aspect, I encourage my students to consider it for brain health, as recent data has increasingly shown its potential to enhance cognitive processes. Professor Antonio remarked, "It's important to note, however, that approximately 20 to 30% of individuals do not respond to creatine supplementation, meaning they experience little to no benefits. Additionally, some marketing claims surrounding creatine are misleading. Creatine is available in various forms, but the majority of research has focused on creatine monohydrate, the creatine molecule combined with a water molecule. Some brands are promoting new formulations that bond the creatine molecule with other compounds to create creatine hydrochloride HCl, creatine ethyl ester, creatine nitrate. Many of these brands assert that their products are up to 5 times more effective or better absorbed than creatine monohydrate. That's nonsense," Professor Jose Antonio stated. "Not only are these alternatives more expensive, but they don't offer superior results. Some claim this is better absorbed than creatine monohydrate, but monohydrate is already 99.9% absorbed, so you won't achieve better absorption with these alternatives." Professor Cook added that some of these alternatives may actually be less effective, and he would not recommend anything other than creatine monohydrate. So, should you supplement or not? Creatine supplements are generally safe and have minimal side effects. Some individuals may experience bloating, which can often be alleviated by taking a lower dose or consuming it with meals. However, Ms. Richardson advises against rushing to the supplement aisle, advocating for a food-first approach. There's no point in adding sprinkles to a cake if you haven't baked the cake itself first. You need to establish a solid foundation of good nutrition through your diet before considering supplements, she explained. Professor Cook believes that taking a creatine supplement ultimately comes down to personal choice, but he is pleased that it is no longer viewed as something exclusively for gym enthusiasts. The key takeaway is that creatine is safe and offers benefits throughout one's lifespan. What are your thoughts on creatine supplementation? Do you believe it's essential for everyone, or do you think it's overhyped? Share your opinions in the comments.